hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays.
Oh, good morning, Lekker Braai members. How are you doing? Let me just get up. How rude of me. Sorry. I was just reading something quite interesting here from another famous South African chef about doing a spit braai. We've actually been waiting for you guys this morning here in Phalaborwa. We came up with something really great that should accommodate the entire South Africa on a Sunday morning or even a Saturday morning, for that fact. As you can see, we've already started the fire. It's slowly burning away. Now a lot of you are already asking, where's the Weber? Well guys, sometimes the Weber's not needed, you know, and as I've told some of you guys, if you'd actually been reading the articles that we write, I actually started from open braai. So today's a nice bush braai. We're going to be needing a little braai here. It's been going a long way with me. The skottel pan, okay? And then let me into the secret of what we're really doing today for you. Okay. What's the one problem on a Saturday or a Sunday morning in South Africa, especially for the youngsters? Usually the guys are a bit bubblers. So I sat down and I thought it through and I chewed on it for quite a while and I came up with something quite brilliant. Okay, and the guys that love the hot stuff, you're gonna die about this. So let me show you this quickly. We don't know what to call it yet, but yeah. All right, do you see that? That's on that skewer. It's quite heavy for this one poor little skewer. All right, inside there is cheddar cheese, jalapeno chili, bullet chili, and cherries. All right, that was all thrown into a mortar with some olive oil crushed. Some salt and pepper was added, and I tasted it. After we added the cheese, it became like a paste, just easier to handle like that. I tasted that paste, man, that it burned like living hell. But it was a good burn. It was nice, the taste was good already. So I thought to myself, you know what, wrap this up in bacon. Perfect solution for oak that's got a bubblers, because they say you need some hot stuff, oh you need some greasy stuff, and there's your solution right there. For the guys that just like hot stuff, well, you're gonna love that. And then for everybody else, it's a bit more adventurous for the taste buds. It's also a great thing. It's quick, it's easy, it's a nice little starter for any braai to entertain your guests with. Then on the other side, we're going to do a breakfast wrap. Now, after some deliberation and sitting down, we came up and we decided to call it the phalaborwa breakfast wrap. Okay. Now, as you can see, we're in the beautiful phalaborwa bush here one side. We got some people way off in the distance, busy riding motorbike. About 20 meters here behind us by the river that's running here, there's actually a hippo. You can hear him every now and then, probably through the video as he's making his sounds and carrying on. So, to start off with the breakfast wrap, what you're going to need. We've got a nice mix here of different types of mushrooms, right? We've got some yellow pepper, red pepper, green pepper, all the bell peppers, right? Inside here, and this is the main ingredient. This is the catcher. Okay, let me just take this out. Right. This is a pork sausage, right, with a pork grilla Vienna that we have jammed in here. Now this is the main ingredient for this breakfast wrap that we're doing. Just before you ask yourself, the baby potatoes, they're going to be done on the pan as well. You know, nice little grilled potatoes. It's always a favorite thing in the world. What you're going to need further, some sliced up onions, okay, some diced bacon, sun-dried tomato, olives, obviously de-pipped, okay, some chopped up tomatoes. You're going to need a few large eggs. I've always preferred jumbo eggs, you know, more is more. That's the way I like it in life. Okay, some gherkins, butter. In here I got the grated cheddar for you. Okay, you're going to need wraps. I just want to grab the Wayless wraps. I found that they work quite easy, you know, to handle, and they're a bit tougher than the rest, but you can grab any wrap. It's going to work for you at the end of the day. And then last but not least, this is dangerous. Ooh, I forgot the crushed garlic and ginger. This little mixture in this container. So I threw this into the mortar. That hideous concoction in front of you is ginger, garlic, salt, pepper, and jalapeno and habanero chilies that has been crushed in the mortar. This is just to give that little bit of a taste to it, and that, you know, massive kick that we're looking for. All right, this is going to be added on into the frying pan. So, as I said, we're doing those two little items for you today. As once the fire gets started, then we can start the whole party and get done with it as quick as possible. All right, I hope to see you guys soon then. Okay, so we started by putting on the little bacon treat we talked about and the sausages that we worked on. All right, as you can see at this stage, the bacon's about to come off. All right, everything's melting. It's actually starting into a nice mess. Look at that cheese melt. Let me just grab this bad boy here. Be careful, that pan's hot. Look at that, how everything's melted out. So we're going to put that down on the block. Grab the block here. Right. Now you see, the beauty in these things is, I mean, who can say no to a pork sausage? My only mistake was when I grabbed the pack there at the butcher's, I thought that this is the closed pork sausages, but they were open on the sides. When you do this at home, try and get the ones that are closed on the sides. Use a knife sharpener, or you can use a wooden spoon, the handle of the wooden spoon, and wait till this thing's soft. Then put the wooden spoon through it, make a nice shaft hole. Use a Vienna when the Vienna is still kind of cold, because you want it solid, and then work it through softly through the center of it. Okay, as you can see, they're sizzling nicely along. I think they're not far from it. So let's get to these bad boys. I'd like to open one of them for you. Everything is just falling out there. I'm just going to grab a knife here and split it open so you can see. Right, and there you have it. As you can see, there's a chilies, there's a cherry. Let's unwrap it. You see that cheese nicely melted. Okay, let's just start that. Okay, so we took these bacon treats off. All right. So I quickly cut one open for you. Let me quickly show you here. As you can see, there's a chili, there's a cherry in it. Let's unwrap it. You see how the cheese is just melted into everything. It looks pretty good. And by the taste of things, I think this is going to be a boss. Okay, so it's time for these guys to come off. So we're just going to put them away quickly. Look at all that nice grizzle that's left behind on the pan. There we go. Taken away. Right, so now that these things are taken off, it's time to start adding all our veggies that we cut up to start frying them for the wrap. So we're going to start off with the onions first. Alright, get those onions going. I think that should be more than enough onions for now. Then, if you remember earlier, that horrible concoction that I showed you, we're going to throw that in with the onions. Why? Because we need the garlic to catch some heat, do its work properly. Ginger as well. So the chili is going to add on to it. Remember, we're just going to add on to this the whole time now. We'll mix it in properly now. Alright. Next up, the tomatoes. Yay! Alright, let's get those tomatoes in there. Okay. Guys, bacon. We'll break it up now as we carry on there. Okay. Right. So once you got all that in, you need to mix that around a little bit. Okay. The olives, the sun-dried tomatoes, the gherkins, the cheese, don't put that on there. Alright, that all goes onto the wrap. So that's all that you're going to be doing there on that pan for now. Alright. And then once we cleared that off, then we're going to start loading the egg up. Make some scrambled egg as well. Chuck that in. Okay. Alright, so now after we've had this on for a little bit, now we're going to start adding the bell peppers and the mushrooms. The reason why we're adding them last to the mixture there is because they're the softest, so they go the quickest on it. All right, so we're just going to chuck them with it, and we're going to mix them all into that mess. A lot of beautiful mushrooms into this mix. Remember, don't be shy. Add oil, doesn't do anything. It just protects your food as well. Okay, and it helps the cook get along and get done. Alright, so we're just mixing this around and then I'll talk to you soon. Alright, so we've taken a little stir fry mix off. As you can see, the onions are nicely browned. Everything's gotten a good color to it. It's had a good time there on the fire. Right, now for the eggs. We're going to crack these eggs, get them on there. Just that stir fry is still on you, that smell. You can throw these eggs back into the bush. Remember something, it's going to go back into the ground. It's not harming anybody. You're actually giving a bit back to nature. Right, so our eggs are in there. And we need to move them around. Okay, right, we're going to get this ready, then we're going to add it over there to our stir fry mix. Alright, so we've done everything that we need to do over there on the fire. Okay, now we're going to put everything together. Our starting point is these beautiful sausages that we made. Okay, remember, these are all wraps. Okay, you have to heat them up. I heated them up on the fire way in the beginning already. Okay, then you butter them. Alright, so we put that on. Cool. Right, now we take a handful of this mix and we just get it all over there. Alright, add some egg to it. Alright, some cheese. Alright, the olives. So I'll just take two and then I cut them in half. Right, then the last that we're going to add there to it is the sun-dried tomatoes and the gherkins. Right, I don't know about you guys, but yeah, this is damn interesting to say the least. Okay. Apparently I'm attracting Africa's biggest irritation at the same time. Okay, right, and then the sun-dried tomatoes. Let's just take a bit up there, add it on. As you can see, this is quite a big boy. Right, so we got them together like this. And this, you can give it some compression, but you want everything to stay together. Right, is how you're going to serve it with a napkin. Another option I thought about though with it, because I have two ready on standby, take it, put it in the napkin, put a second one over it, so that you can serve it as such. Alright, I mean, after all, this is made for a proper breakfast. Alright, so at the conclusion of it, we got our little bacon treat going here. Alright, so everything's been done. The bacon treats are there, the breakfast wrap is there. Just remember with a breakfast wrap though, to try and get it to stay together, get yourself a decent sized serviette or use a kitchen towel. Wrap it up nicely and then keep everything nice and inside. Okay, so it also doesn't make a mess all over the place. Alright, I really hope that you guys will try it, especially the bacon treats. I think that I tasted it myself, really great, got a hell of a kick to it. Okay, the breakfast wrap filled with goodness. That sausage inside promises to be the best thing under the sun. Okay, and I hope you guys are happy with the presentation. All right, for a Sunday afternoon in the bush. All right, till next time, remember, keep the coals burning. Like, share, and comment. We love hearing from you guys. All right, and as always, have a good time. See you.